Right, so we're all super proud of this car. What hell of a restoration this was. 1968 Camaro SS. It's mainly the backstory of this car that made me want to restore this for the owner. Now, this was owned by the owner's father, who sadly passed away. He'd always dreamed of building it to, not to make it to this standard, but everything, the way this car looks, he wanted it like this. And that's why his son took on the job and got us to do it. Now, unfortunately, this was started by another company quite a while ago. Paid them a lot of money. Basically, they stripped it, cut out the arches, lost everything. They went bankrupt, and the owner actually had to, I think he had a couple of days to get it out of their workshop, and loads of parts were missing. It was all in boxes and put into storage for quite a while until we were asked if we would take it on. We knew it was going to be a nightmare build because someone else stripped it, but because of the story behind it, it was just a nice thing to do. It's a nice build. It's always nice to help people out as well when we can. So, all right, so the first thing we do with any build, we basically get all the parts, document with GART, see what's there, see what's not. And unfortunately with this one, there was more missing, there was than there. So everything on this car is virtually brand new. When I look back at the photos of what we've done to this, it's almost shocking to forget, because it takes a long time to build these cars. I just forget all the work that went into this. So once all the metal work was done, the good thing with this, we've been lucky enough to get full panels, full roof, full rear quarters. And it just means that once you've got those fittings perfectly as you can, it just cuts down all the filler work. You always get the metal work done as good as you can, cuts down the filler work, cuts out a whole heap of work. Once it was e-coated, bring it back, do your filler work, high build prime it, and we always double prime on a job like this. Once you've got all your gaps set perfectly, everything is surfaced. And again, we're going to way more of a level now than it was ever done at the factory, getting these gaps absolutely perfect, better than the factory, so that the windows fit, all the trim fits, pre-fitting as much as possible. Pre-fitting the bumpers, all the trims, so that we know we're not going to get anything chafing or not fitting, or you need to drill holes later. And don't forget, we didn't strip this car, so we've had to go off photos. So this car was pretty much built twice with regards to trim. The only modification on this, now I like to modify my cars, and I actually wanted to do a lot more modifications to this than the owner would allow me. I actually wanted to put 20-inch wheels on this, low profile tires, which to be fair would have made it handle a little bit better. And I wanted to go flush fit glass to give it more of a modern, sleek look. But no, the owner wanted to keep to his guns and do it exactly as his dad would have wanted to. And to be fair, now it's finished, I completely agree. So, only modification we did do was fit the RS grille. Now again, it's pretty much straight swap. These are really good kit. It's electrically operated. The standard one is done off vacuum and things from the engine. They always break. This is electrically operated, and it just gives the front end that hard feel to it. Right, so mechanically, the owner always wanted to keep the original engine. Super lucky that he managed to get that out with the car. We also got half a Muncie 4-speed gearbox, and unfortunately, that was no good as well. So we had to find a complete Muncie 4-speed, put that in, convert it, put all the holes in the right place for the gear stick. This used to be an auto box car. From the factory, it was always an option to have a Muncie manual 4-speed. So we've basically converted this one to it, put the extra pedals in, changed the pedal set. Engine is fully rebuilt. Now, the one thing that was always going to be from day one on the wish list was getting this super reliable. So we've put fuel injection on there. We got air conditioning, power steering, 4-wheel disc brakes. Disc brakes are absolutely awesome. But we wanted it to grow, we wanted it to sound sporty. So we've got a performance exhaust all the way through, full stainless system, uprated front suspension, it's got sports suspension all through it. So basically, you could daily drive this, which was the whole plan all along. Just jump in it, turn the key, and just drive anywhere in comfort. Now, me being me, I'd love to put twin turbos on it and all the rest of it, but I think that it just looks classy. We put a few little chrome dress-up pieces on there, but it just looks nice, it suits the car, and it's super reliable. Right, so we were lucky enough to get parts of the interior of the car. Front seats are original, back seats. We got door cards with it, and we got dash top and things like that. It used to have a center console in it as well, which was completely broken, and everything was blue leatherette. It looked horrible, it's standard, but it just didn't look nice at all. So we always knew we was gonna go for a full retrim. So we just ordered these seat covers. They're completely refoamed. Chris at Custom Coach Trimming did the full retrim for us. Black on black, basically. Just keeping it super subtle, standard looking. And it just got a class about it now that it didn't have before. Everything has been replaced. Sun visor, new steering wheel, her shifter is pretty much the only thing that stands out in the front. It gives it that little performance feel. Now for a stereo, we've got the old stereo. That doesn't even work, but it looks cool, so we've kept that in there. For the stereo, we've got this JL audio. We've got a JL audio amp in the back, 4 speakers. That is all controlled from your phone on Bluetooth. So it's just that nice discreet stereo that you don't even know is there. So this has been a hard build. I'm not going to deny it. Rebuilding this, bodywork's one thing, welding, all the rest of it, that's standard stuff to us. The rebuild on this has been super difficult, especially doing it through COVID as well, when you couldn't get anything in from America. So waiting for parts, getting part of what you've ordered has been an absolute hassle, but we got there in the end. I'm super proud of this. The work that's gone into it is absolutely huge. We've rebuilt this, every nut, bolt, washer, everything's brand new. It's been a challenge. We like a challenge, but as much as anything, it's really nice to do it for the owner and for the story that goes behind this, and basically build someone's dream, which sounds corny, but it's a nice part of what we do. So yeah, super proud of this. I hope you like it.